FM. Adom. Adom. One tell you what. Catch your man eye. Adom FM. Adom. One tell you what. Adom FM.
Adom FM 106.3.
Only God can stop us now.
106.3 FM.
Adom FM 106.3. Tough.
Oh yeah. Ready what it says CCM one so want to oh yeah. Adom 106.3 Adom FM. One tell you what. Catch your man eye. Adom FM. One tell you what. Yen energy sector no home. Unse esopa. Yewo enronekania ewom, yewo femwo ewom. Tinema bebre ne kekabomwa. Ema ye energy sector no ewie peyo. Ben, good evening.
Good evening, yeah.
Boko de.
Nyamiadom.
Yede nyamiase. Quick one, me say unya brenya kwan etimi e follow the vetting of the Minister of Energy, Honorable John Abdullahi Jinapo. Were you convinced about self-assurances now or the Mayano?
Yeah, first of all, no, yeah, monitoring so finally what you mean. I go through vetting and President as well in our budget ministry, I am what you want. Committee of Parliament, a share, oil and gas, so you know more, I human bebre over the past years, and now we share Honorable Jinapoa's ranking as well. A lot of situations are presented before the committee, any issues he raised here, he showed understanding, and as a how energy sector common asset, and he na yetidy ho abobo kwanya yebefa so everything ahye nema se de be ya de na atochiw no ebetimi atnetin enti yedi akwanya ma na se o minister no I think that all of us were hopeful say was that juma ebetimi hu in such a how energy sector no has been managed over the past years. And I think that even at the vet, also no dead. People say he knows the problem, but in maybe I can say agroniform. Ubetiasi and Isa Ubeyano, two different things. And you should inquire say the watchers would name over the period or the beye ejuma. Adeba kwameti so per or yeah, and it's a very restored discipline in the energy sector. So there be a bunch of sembra, so obia in this way, all the agencies will comply and they will not be flouting it. I think any idea dinya power energy sector no say obia kokoti no idea ope in various sectors of the various segments of the sector. And so to me, this are discipline ba na say on agencies in the juma boom no be idea or so yeah. Ebeboama how we brew energy sector no mundum so fuel issues a car attitude the energy sector no mo oil and gas sector say ajimpans ajegua production kwana ecoform yenya investment into the upstream sector. Some of these issues no with me aswanu na yet me reverse in the energy sector will grow. Contribute to the development of the country rather than me who see as a Yesika as the boy hombrano and the Bia Yedikutiaka or energy sector. They talk either gas, crude oil, diesel, and as a Yedikutia IPPSCA. In a sense, Rokosi school, Rokoe hospital. No, and you wouldn't know how Alberto. Now, if I say, or the name of the Guaquamwa, a bit in the how.
Okay, so yeah, Bobo, some of how to be so. If we say the empire na say ye can say a year pressing, we didn't be in the first 6 months in office, also pay much attention to it.
And name on does, but because I mean, a hard dreams to see our power, so what you know, crowd could draw officer with me to one or more. The really kind of ECG. Omuntimi enye sika also muje every power moton ho ne chrono manfo boy omuvia power no muntimi ntiaka ade o se timi so ano nti kwa enema be gwa kwa mo ebenya the right leadership with the mindset say was here ton power inye sika free mo na nko ba se de bia ton ne aboka na abanya betua se o man no boka every all the car year board the TIC cano. Yes, you see, another $2 billion a year. And yes, you can't. I buy between the never brave as you a car in the electricity sector. And the idea also timid in a nice from now was also an many also and one I don't know for source of oil sector because of gas I produce I think a gas in Quebec revenue and my nanking yesikano. You produce crana edma easy normally more than my easy. You know for some free so. Into your gas I had two and and I my is in Cabina Sika at Fimunanke their boy home brand. And also Cordano and also affecting investment. Because we every produce gas so produce grana will be on par. On for the machine and could produce gas be maintenance I am. It's a gas I produce enough. And some opportunities and can be producing a lot more. And giving investors a moment. And fixing the electricity sector there is so paramount. So, what we didn't need a DHC and minimum and also Kodana oil and gas sector honoma SMCD can boss no Nanka ye produce around 2019 ye drew bare 170,000 barrels of oil per day. Ananka ye hwe ni musenka 4 years after that everything no and kebi ananka kakobe 500,000 barrels of oil per day and betini mesika bakrum amanyuma bakrum for betini spend ama ye ho aha kakra. So
okay, it's very fashion ben over to us so projections na ye no based on the na ya target other oil fields if we say eno beka the already existing ones and one bit me do the 500,000 and now the current one na the capacity bit me stretchy amyenya that quantity na epeno.
Yeah, we hope some of the oil na can discovered and not to say has oil discovery. Na na so aji block ya award over 14 petroleum contracts are near say anyi kura no say me kura is successful. In 3 years time we would have moved them into production ama at least 3 other fields about the camp manka senka e bia kura e mai e bia 120 near there we can boom no na only 500 it is a hair the nanka yin senka no anya kura na yin say ya praise yin say oil ha o meeting up produce about 100,000 barrels a day ananka nyanka ya dia animanim na no seketimi e di achire. Some of the companies are more than say na emotional make substantial discoveries and now think I encourage you to produce at the right time. And so because of inefficiencies and the discretionary power, you do money in court near arbitration near this investment and none of those projects went into production. And not only how as it me some of the bottlenecks in the field were a bit me revisited some of those projects, ama yetimi and manimiana produce oil from at least 2 of the fields. Then also a pija oil production, na if you say be a buama investors are backroom or more and say Exxon Mobil mo buy yet to my JJ mo mujane ko ye yetimi from back na contract any almost sign a bit maybe so. We will be signed contract so when so now so announcing in the book no so require. Not just one more bray says on by owner share a lot of exemptions will be given for more exploration or more yasin sign. I feel granted exemption are also on granted. Na almost sorry no more and the okoye no and from so be ambre or you know so aka see be to see into never go how say policy makers timi the name of Guacoma, betimi, ama nema contorting, so the bear, so how are you, Yanku Hubium. And you hear him say, or no better, no betimi, and investors no akasa. Na some of the decisions now I hold back the investment to say unitization order, Yakokota could differ. And so not 20, yes, order them free. And investors no so air trains there. A buy benya, I been such a no what me free. And these are opportunities for the new minister to quickly change the order and allow investment to come in. So maybe to producing more oil to fund the budget and some of the difficulties go through CCI.
Now back to the electricity company of Ghana, Diano. The minister no amiati asie on a vet muse privatization die ebenya abasom. So the issue is say privatization no basua. Basu see we are sacofound fro and they don't maba ye juma. And here the same ECG staff ne fees or can be and ECG, Ebokano and a baba ye juma. Management and a challenge. A bind the end to me 9 can ye sika a beer or DECG na.
I think that the management is the biggest challenge. But and also no enya nina so a free the fact that they are buying any own it. Enti oyam say amai nankasa no nya odo emma abayadwuma. And I think that's a bigger problem. I don't know how we fix that. Because we hear time PDS buy omo amfa kapre an share adwuma no mu. And so no within 3 months or so no mu adwuma no they almost doubled the revenue. In fact more than doubled the revenue by just changing how things are done with the same ECG stuff. Obia suro so we are power. Obia kwa jumantem. Obia ya niyama se also si yano. And I think that the bigger problem is the politics that has infiltrated the system now. Obi kotona or where they are binding a jumakura on contempt or kwa no kwa illegal connection microphone or jibin bottom. Nobody calls anybody to order. Technologies are available to monitor power distribution yade. And so obia maneni nko emma ye make sure say betimi aton enyina mahode no enya mfaso afrimu. Enti if you say aban koso ekura sa adwuma yi na da bia eka na ye boro na ye fa kwan nya bi emra na omo betimi ye adwuma no omo me na at least anya hwe kura no so billions of dollars na ye tua da bia na say timi enya ECG ombeje omuka no motua IPPs ni ade nyina aka sa sika na ye tua tax ye tua san ko tua electricity bill no and be few how many sika e dey bi nyuma improve exports young graduates of free school, but if you have $2 billion to even create job for these young ones, it is possible. And you're going to say that you're high near the electricity bill. Abraham for consuming power, and that's what we are. And those are the challenges. You're saying, between a few with the private sector participation, so that they are between a Sahara and few na IPPs now called free CGO instead of government. The beyond ban and that same kind of and so we encourage people to invest to produce more gas to get a stable power. The entire dum so na wo ho no nyina ya this same inefficiencies no because when you can fan kutia IPPs no ka am fa bi an to fuel ama na so aban san ko pesika for I am planning for and I need budget mu na on fan ko to fuel on fan ko generate electricity it is when you na just say dum so eba at some point and you know how to see minister and say na we waso anu and you know things in the coming days we'll all engage to see what the best mode of privatization will be na yetimi aso anu when nime ya na Ghana so afan ntuma pa afra na enya hode agina so between nyuma abakru.
So still on the ECG privatization lessons be na free say as on my year drop from PDS na ain't me and go through no.
PDS ain't me and go through. I say you know in the and go through. Politicians now am some fight you know. Mom ho. And no more talk no more want you and about the whole transaction neguye. And we need to have a transparent process. Then ma obi a odi ne sika ba be share dwuma no. Eyi or how are you one FM now much na invest distribution of electricity no. Yet me ha na wo ho no afi ho. See, I understand it's not yet the same similar transaction. And then once you near the problem will still be there. We should be more transparent with the next process. Let's say, Ghana for and the music shema. Yenfre Obia, Adom FM workers, Obia, Missika Krama, Yenkoto, shares or ECG, and then face can go ECG in Fasoba and SCH. Obia, Faneka Kawamra. If you have a process that raises genuine funds, to invest in ECG for us to take it off government subvention.
So do you think maybe we can rather bring in an external officer the seamless and smooth transition of this privatization?
Of course, there are people who are interested. In fact, there were even Ghanaians who showed interest in the past. But the point is, over $500 million. So if you know one Ghanaian, but they're making sure that we can put together people. We can put together people who are interested. And these are 20 Ghanaians. We have to make sure that it's can. And yes, the special ones are not young who can say and come with PDS na. The question ones are young who can be on some of the ship. And so the human almost invest $500 million. If you actually catch almost the first year and the amount we invested. Indicate also I know one casa. Agree, easy Kasa home. Normally I invest Abraham for capital mission. But we have to be transparent and genuine about what we are trying to do. So there be a problem Nankasa nebitini asano na you how free.
Yan fem ngobo. Ghana ne bia ne da kwan say at least ahunye na ye wom seba fuel prices under na nado dan kwakufado abanya jomama atiki over there. Ebenya some sign of relief be. Ufi say too much fetch a thing and I say a feasible say bit me aboa am a fem go bo et me aba into the single digit.
I had the game catch the politicians there. The buff you are more fine politics. So the ton crude oil on international market. Okona $1. I was nippon all consume no at least ultimately $1. So the bank faka Emma meto. Say a banker say I didn't $1, but over 90 cents. I also offer 10 cents resources. Any idea it mean a free some years back. But beyond that, I think that all times, you're making sure that minimum will be recovered, the value of the product will be recovered. But the nearly why the market price are reflected in our pockets. In our work, and a lot of inefficiencies or downstream honoma, you bit me free. For example, now saying you should report to be a extra and never be a margins in levies be a Google product no so. She's free a bottom pounds on your tax revenue. You think to move a liter of product from Tema to your tank or to anybody's tank across the country, it's more expensive than how much it costs to import the product from Rotterdam, from Europe, into Ghana, plus insurance. It doesn't make sense. And the politicians, none of the numbers, cronies. No transparent process to price transportation of the product. And normally, never be over our CE film. Your product marking is a product, yeah, the mark be a boom, said a bear, a product near far temano, and one who could do tamale, and answer hamlet. And yeah, the anuguma near Obia 9 pesos. There's no economic basis for that. There's no competition for more supply. Some mark I bet you make sure say. And yeah, I was say quite a cost 1 pesos, and I'm going 9 pesos. And no code after your market product so yes, I will say the same mark as a chemical the mark or more illegal in us to me. No, they're fafra. And you know the value of investment my and I'm going to your pocket the questions are your boss margin, your primary distribution margin. A lot of margins are a good product no so. Aligned to sole source contract. I improve efficiency and allow a transparent processor. The businesses can compete on these things. Also on product, transport the product and price it into the product. I didn't know. In the name of uniform pricing, and no more charge arbitrarily 90 pesos per liter. And so product you consume chrome high we takwa de kumase and Accra free more. They are carrying about 35% of the product. And all these big centers in Iran are so close to depots. There is 90 pesos for transportation from depot to tank. On this product. It is only man you are you bit ye film nama products nebo no cost too much. Then also a buying sweat tax revenue. In tax revenue, you bit me they engage alternative transportation. In Kasasika, I just say the transportation. And then Kayaji Sasikano. Sir, a Kayama over close to 8 billion cities a year. And you bit in the rail lines. You bit in the mass transit. Tax revenue. And so, future businessmen in the sector, no more jebo no more. And not only how be IFSA, you need address it going forward. Now you tax that product appropriately and use the money to improve transportation of the masses, mass transit systems. And here force within cheaper transportation. You say, you must have a car.
Sure.
So we are Juma. Adom FM any unika work with you can't plan your life well. Traffic musa. Now we can have rail lines and other things, and all of that requires money. A bit me abuama, yet me ISR mass transit and fast transportation systems. Now the main more productive. But me and taxing for businessmen are young any efficient outcomes from it.
So as of 2024, now the total taxes and levies a war on our retail price of petrol and diesel was hovering around 22.91%. Now, do you think say the John Mahama led NDC government ebet me aye we home baby send be a bit lessen the burden of the average Ghanaian?
So we taxes no less. We can't tax any security for development.
Yeah.
The other margins are I don't know and quite buying MP and control.
Like boss margin,
margins, boss margin, marking levy, UPPF, the cylinder recirculation margin, NP and control. The regulator has become like a businessman. And your name be which me more focusing on regulation, detecting anti-competition, and dealing with it rather than all these plenty levies and margins. It has shown so in many countries, the taxes on products could be as high as 40%, average or around 30%. But Ghana tax revenue is about 10 to 12% on the product. And so all the margins in the country one 20. Oh, that is a do instead of coming into the pool, I betting the development. And I was saying we need to optimize so that we are complaining. We are complaining because you don't have an alternative.
But Ben, I thought say one of the arguments and be more say maybe seeing oil refinery a year May. So always people are referring to Tema oil refinery. Now, me who ni jina pen yebeba and so. But fortunately for us as a country, ye war Central Oil Refinery, yeah, astate na juma. But it looks as if say, yeah, she them feel impact ni ye.
Yeah, because you see, the refining of products now, one advantages. It cannot always be linked to cheaper products. Bois energy security say your product now work could be one because which refining you have your own oil which me are refining, but international price of crude is almost the same everywhere. And now refineries were about 4 years Juma. I mean Tor has over 800 people.
Yeah.
Into Munina Utia Muka, Ubianiaje, Sika Ukrom, among 4 years, Sika Musha for it builds the economy. It has its own advantages of having the refinery.
But I think some of the argument, some time ago and was said, at least seeing a refinery Ghana, Yankasa Yedia. What will happen here, Sam? I think a 12 will be a da crude cofa, ya sonny so that if Ramononi, Yakofa Edibano, a beer ship Edibegum, Sa can be free. It's a Bema OM a BDC no, a Sa Canina Eddie free. A honum, OMC no and Wakabebre to load their various tanks. Say, and no one has still prices. Yes, crude prices now are internationally determined, but you are some factors we are maybe because you have much control. Also,
the cost of transporting the product from even Europe or anywhere else to Ghana no, is even cheaper than transporting it from the depot to your tank.
Oh, how?
Yeah, that's regulation. The consumer is being abused by those things. And refining necessarily will not translate into a cheaper price. Depending on where you are sourcing your product, the kind of refinery or America, they export product and import product to refine.
Sure.
Because refinery beer with a specification, and then we are refining. We can build the oil refinery to refine Jubilee oil. And then Sankofa oil, away. Or refining 10 years not as oil no esa they discover another one heavier, it cannot refine it. And they also what they call for. So it has its own dynamics. And to make us say there are advantages and disadvantages of having a refinery. It's good to create jobs and have it. But as far as the price is concerned on there, the good products on there a mature product on the market, global market prices are regulated on the spot and also through the trade of forward trading. It's not a problem. The problem is that you're making sure there are mechanisms to cushion people when there are surges. For example, what was the CNR price now moving from 80 to 100, 120. and also I'm the abandoned job market say for that period of the surge because usually price and the cost was an example from the one can say price time our cost was in here may suspend it some taxes and be able to provide some relief to consumers.
Okay.
As I ever from now introduce it. So those are mechanisms that can be to bring relief to their people.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kobasa, we're taking decisions that will not really result in a cheaper product as we always expect. Because so they have their own operational disadvantages.
Sure.
Because we have 40,000, 45,000 barrels. That's what we or you have 400,000 barrels. Or commercial advantage, advantage of scale to be able to even bring the refined product to Ghana cheaper.
Okay.
What the other say, you end up regulating the market to bring Central to parity, another to bring Thor to parity. So they are almost 20 and you're stranded. Okay. And there are various ways to look at these problems, but at all times, they also applications are buying any sikabia apart from the air demand.
Yeah,
it is a buying Kofasika MSO products so at any particular time. A car and all Burago ama
Mate. Ben, you better see Pierre Benjamin Boachi, Executive Director at the Africa Center for Energy Policy, ISEP. And I'm to say, you know, and Komono. So I'm a man to be a former minister of local government, decentralization and rural development. Honorable Martin J. Mensa Kosa Enkodi Enkubo, Member of Parliament Malaysia, and what Tachiman South constituency. Honorable Madrid Mray.
Major Zoro.
Bako dear.
Yamidia Channel.
Yada Yamiase. To sum up, have you left office as a former minister with so much happiness in your heart?
With gratitude to God. Since you see me, you call your bar, Munsem. Mina Duzadi. Iti Roger Sena and Radidia Shafia. I'll bless him. Yakoya said, the Binima Ybidan, Yosuyame Prasu. Na Yellow Soul, Ghana Sumo. Mibamu as Deputy Minister for Regional Reorganization and Development. Nami Adom, Yetimi Kriti, 6 regions. Ewo Mampania Kufa the demo. We and I'm a local government as Deputy Minister number 3. Na Sadru Kodamo, I'm a sign Pija, the baby years of Wakasa. Virginia said, do you have a bayan or only a day? I leave office with a lot of gratitude to God. So, on Nam Nipim. No, dear, the OP. Na Yesu linya konya Ghana mai. The no also not with a thankful heart to a lot of people. Because the amount of the real way that will crown in Nipa na
Sure.
Now you need to be thankful to Nipa. When Yamedo Abedri Sabi some for one kasa oka akonya kra mo de maye me ne o man ne nyankita hodi na o man so carry on along ye esanse na fa mo hunti na so mo hu so brano de di ni move say questions ye chia motne en so ni nyina mo no mo ni mo akanye enti me yinya me fi wa e da so ma nipa titro mo aye ne mo ye adwuma ene nipa ye da hwemo enti this is what I'll say.
So be share no say Martin J. Mensa Kosa, dear na wajad wachi as a former minister of local government. Dear na beka
No, because he a me call like I said within a matter of 8 months. 8-9 months. Now you bra 8 year. That's so isn't say na matna so ye hoda. 2 na name crime sense for. It immediately no nneɛma bi a na soafoɔ wɔ hɔ yɛwura dambotwe ɔyɛ adwuma ɔsonsom a ɛsɛ ni mmetie wɔnom no besomu ɛbɛtoa so deɛ na wayɛ a ɛsɛ mede bɛwie pa mebɔ mmɔden de bɛwie pa ɛna baako mmienu bi a mmea nso metumi asaseɛ na mayɛ a mefɛ sɛ bɛboa ɛdi nkan sɛna ghanafoɔ bɛnya ahotɔ nti na wiase amansan kuo ahodoɔ bi a ɛno mmuo nkitahodie ebi ne World Bank na Ghana aban no mu ɔhyehyɛ bi a yɛma mpumtuo ba ɔhare so from Ghana Secondary City Support Program program a time bound murder so baba show mu hwɛ dwumadi a na mebra panyin no di na ugya na kwantimfi no kɔɔyɛ yɛtumi dodo na bawie pa ɛsan hyɛ second one ase ɛbɛkɔ na mu na mepɛ sɛ wohwɛ local government service local governance employ the decentralized sector in our governance process. Ufa Ghana Mabua, you can say we executive, and Penina Swafo Fiwa, the Aka a boom minor, a local government. Na Sabana near Befaswa, a muni panel, a bit mama, or my year, Nipabi or Motion, Umutro Museum, Umunim Demo. Na suyahu no mu kura no besite na satire mu de obam benya ntitiye akwadere so obeye adwuma no na de wom so yebetima satire no I improving the capabilities from time to time the say yenti university a strong a strategic national establishment a dedicated to building the human resource in local governance. You will be a friend of Institute of Local Government Service. Madina Obojo. So what shall a plan be brief and then I because the local government staff, practitioners, and the training. But so be it. Siafonumu, and as we be it, Jumanumu say, certificate plan or pa when you mean your body and swan, a hard you will be free. In the other university, from degree to masters to anything, you bet me my body and mood do. Whatever we are doing now, science share on the job. We usually also your Ghana for also conduct our local governance. In the other institute, no, you're upgrading your university. They may call Mampania Kufado cabinet. Echo stress, Omnibaya, Jawoma Konya. Executive approval, na yɛntimi nkɔ parliament, nkɔgye hɔ so approval, na establish university no. Enti mensaka approval free cabinet, ɛna mebi anim de bill ɛkɔ, meka approval from cabinet, ɛna ɛde bill call parliament. Enti yɛkɔto parliament, yɛstarte ho abobo, meka na mada local government committee ɛwɔ parliament, members, institute nankasa other stakeholders emite womuno omoboama yenya a very good document and they be establish university it your core parliament na your kokole a first reading a second reading until just before the third reading ananka yeba be pass the yenya strapon a University of Local Governance and Development. And the Koba said, Parliament, you two assistant sharing. And what you know, send the break or buy. Fear one Supreme Court and some yet, and you know, now we just said, a mere aswa as the court for talk. A Bremuno said, she should be the Parliament. That's how Parliament is the Juma dear baby. Side wedding in Aquacusi. A woo, this is a yellow for. But the woman said, you need to secure cabinet approval to say, Minister Waban, the SON is a near agency, criticize Center for Higher Learning. Yes, you want to marry Okwa Kumadaya, any university, a university. adanya ehu nfu a wotu za adwuma akoso oba tamala ye wo satellite campus akra tema ye wo bi ho na school ti any madina obojo because you call na ko hwe adan eye lecture hall administrative block various halls of residence when you bet ya bomb there any ya say ne aban through parliament a pass it it will full-fledged university.
Okay.
Not just say it will be a very we are the free war. So a bit ma local governors, the Bishop community. Mekodai Mampanina advisor. Yen Saka, from districts, Yemo municipalities. Na these municipalities, no, Yin Pijam and Fanco Metropolis. Metropolitan assemblies are all Ghana. Yetimi the Bayer and watching Akafung. We Techiman, we Koforidia, we Wa, we Sunyane, Gomoa East. Nini na ya Pijam Amraya Metropolis. And almost na Mremono, Omaso, some Bayer municipalities. That's Omache. Nini na was so. Mpuntio ni Akadia, I was a Omosaka, no one the so manful. One for one could know Dibra, not atusi. It's me pajama, Mampany, name ya dream. And then, sir, municipalities name metropolitan establish ya gazettea, Ababazi. No one soon ya ship processors here. This one is strong. And not in Puntio court senior is equal. We shall be. Free one end to the other end. And is a who would be very nice to know more for creation of districts. Yes, I say it's not from my year. And let me just say all the requests by a near technical people are fulfilled. I call assessment. And the recommendations are by also key General and then Asreno, new minister Obano.
Okay.
Or have benefit now. Or bet me a trust in no way. Okay. You were very important policy, sir. A share in Kram Mensi Mamukana. A joining something is to develop the local economic space. So, local economic development, a year at their friend led. Abaya Yapam, all local government practitioners around the world. Here, she said, Ghana, you have to pass policy. Assembly, your power now from chief executive to the last person. Obey then what improve local economy no by creating jobs, creating opportunities, and doing things that a economy no a boom na ultimately prosperity any growth a breed inhabitants no. We just said man mass central government inquire. I bind the broad policy framework. But Sabaya, who send a who's position with district, now so we're taking advantage of Sa initiative. Now I apply to with natural resources, with local opportunities. Now we're turning into growth. Ama Oma, it may pass idea. Let me know because you will have blueprint now for the next 5 years. And assembly and this from there at Ayajuma. But see, a Buama. Afeya hodwa esum Ghana mind. Do you could at the district level?
Yeah.
So we share abani media would one district, one faction. Ministry of Agric, Ministry of Education, a lot of them. Ubiya na dia sene usipeno. Enti ubahena adia baako near duplicating the brain. And my policies at the local level no. It means merge, it means synchronize, and the best effect. We have policy at the chrono be a job, and as our local economic development policy, a Buama, the me and merge all the efforts at the local level near diversity in the Bitiaboa. Because the area is doubtful. So, Mr. Meka, a brave wound to me. But by and large, we did it. You see ministry on a very good foot now. You did a coin.
So, Unya Wababedi Wadia, the member of parliament or Banda, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim. Neveti Mwade Bako kan say obe focus ye pa netmi edisika bre abai eye property rate. Who free office? What was the state of property rate in Ghana?
Consider that. Property rates a very controversial subject. A very important revenue source. Akonya abaye year obetima fosude enya sika. No dia bo mansi hobra. A kaise in the earlier budget of 2022-2023, ena abaye say yema ankurankura bi emewrem na omwa na omfa hoden efficiency being the collection of property rates. Company no buying ni dwumadie answer ni eti ekofa challenges kakra by with implementation ni nyina ntamfo no aban stopo no a suspended program no ewie che na aban terminate contract eti before 2024 ebekwari na aban budget our introduce na was set in the meantime no assemblies no and taking the responsibility of the collection of the property rates. Now, you begin the process of engaging a new vendor, a new contractor. You bet me, I as you are not local government. The idea here, and yeah, contract. Contract was done by Ministry of Finance through GRA. Now, we share the minister of the buyer now. They were seeking to change the contractor, but the same terms, the same framework. It may make sure that the command GRA and for that matter finance. So mostly NGGs then begin the conversation. Then very clear. So since a buyer under the first arrangement, you know. Bako nyenu miensa enai yetumi akorete na any processor bebe dia so no yenhwe se ya pilot assign a check what will come up at implementation kopim se yebetumi a take off it is really a dos so mo ye ready no pese mo ne engage ya we are free to be there. In fact, we detail a very seasoned member of the ministry, Ira Obiamwa, honorary Minister of State, on it, GRE, and interface, and we link it at home, not blame here, Biano, young fan command anymore. I don't know what I cry. The material last meeting is a make a decision, a GRE for trouble at local government, so make a decision. I engaging another vendor. Meaning, I hope, sir, Senior, she advised you know. That for me is what is being done. But just the last week before a free office, and I let about say, whatever way, you know, I buy before signing another vendor. But we would have to get value for money. And the eventually say, I also an improvement of the previous arrangement.
Okay. So I about Consua Unya Ahmed Ibrahim Asabos BM the election of MMDCs. Do you think say your political space will allow for such election?
That subject to me a very, very important but controversial. Controversial in the sense that because obi biara or local governance munim die any fear culture all the world over everywhere. I think Pakistan, I stand to be corrected, Pakistan, because we knew almost situations they say. But by a year or two ago, some part of one country, and I'm not election of MMDCs. The beer election. Majority of again all the countries of the world, an election ticket, a partisan election. The idea is that so far Ghana ha. Adeba kuntia akoba se yen to abanyi sa local authorities ne se. Ye de hihye so na ye di dwumadie na enya nipa akono. Ye koto ba turnout no very low. Nipa anko. Unti se Kenya bi wo ho. Bibia de di se nsensoye da ye partisan election, national elections, any local assembly and as a local elections. Into the no be a candidate, so never a competition the banner. Say, yeah, about the Shas, Yamia de Jumedia, Ayamanyasem. Parties, parties, Ubia, Sijinaye, Ejini Lipa. Omo Mujina no crowd you say, or yen poster, or yen of party, the mood to move a party colors pan out, Sumesia. Then also, ye pretended, say, ye the conscious a non partisan. But so person ni party say, hey, me party jam, me party sponsor a position. Obenya out to take party ni wunti now the wajim. Na yet to me enya a broad-based election. Na yet to me be nipa. Parties me no di abaya than a dane Ghana ha. Eye NPP. Yen ye jidie ni say yen kono partisan elections. Parties sponsor candidates. Yen yanum endi for say that. They get to say yen ko election. They mum yen no partisan amanyosem enwrem. Because it's amanyosem enwrem a. Na ne te say na ano na. Enya dia obetima koyi MMDC. Na obeka say won yen no partisan. Eti e ho na hwe akoye ni man no. But say ye DC yen nyina ye ju say yen konkoto aba. Esa so pa e de beba. Ebe mo maye accountable. Obehu say ya to ne so aba. Obehu say opewo mpewo. So person say gina enya nkunimde dia. Eso ye ne nyoma te say obi aye to ne so aba. Ene de wo se nipa no anya tinka bi say or a responsibility towards nipa or dawmanwa the open oye. Se nyame ampa ne ho ntuma the oyi no ampa mo na o te ho no odi abro. But when you see a better no so aba, be careful.
Okay.
It e be his hard next ho. But everybody my more accountable. Now so gbadwo no mudi no. Why has you delivery no. They say they what is here akoye. You random NDT4 they have the numerical strength. Bra ye here the last time I yet me do parliament na yet consensus. And here we are for that by Institute of Local Government Service Obojo. So mun stakeholder consultations. Omunia him for MPs, parties, you link up na yes be fair no. You be some modernus one fufi am to attend get you. And then some modern can be my consensus in parliament. And then we know because you know absolute numbers to make it happen. And I think sir okay o manifesta o masena o madwemu de yen koto so aba ye be revoke the relevant constitutional clauses they are koto so aba na mom yen to no partisan e ba na say ye chance ye be hwe de be ko.
So even with a partisan election, Menim Samuti, this concern I'm for a rage say it's likely to create some possibility of serious sabotage and more confusion between the central government and the elected MMDC. In the sense, say she and the Maneko say and this never power. Near Bequaco to aba a was Santimampona MPP ni a winning. Yenim send you crum hanum a year district assembly common fund, nature team. A 3 bones assembly sim menya 5 assembly sim what 3. So a boof who be say and she and us konya a bang biam. Sabi ono ye two partisan. I heard what sabotage MMDC be a enye the party nipa ene wini ye.
Oh, because you heard the menu moon address, a democracy. Come make cabin, and yen Pepesobia. Sadiwi, you wouldn't think any problem. Legitum, our Brasil said, ye cabin mammy cabia mamuno, and yen room Pempesoa. Sadiwi, Enkofa Hauma. Upo Umpobenya Hauba community. But yen you too say, and that's also your parliamentary system. You were a buy at your soul. A buy will be a phone stronghold. Sabine stronghold to me MPB own Shabine no and I was in
Sure.
and now what to require something region something memo. NDC will see to all.
Yeah.
Now no yen to 2024 about. Now call NDC stronghold. You will NPP see to all. It's weird there Ubenya certain minister. You bring a bit of limitation because of little irritation, lack of cooperation because you share the same ideology and you share the same political beliefs. But you the mra and actually the Sabe, I bind as a seminar out the women's mercy. So who are that mercy? So when you are binding yet a dream cry. There was structures, there were mra to tell the yearly being away. A bad data said, will be better in our office. Now, or better for boom rasso. That's how I'm going to the channel. Otherwise, because you're going with the fears there, you're cohesion and cooperation in totality, no, then we can never develop a democracy. So, yet to me, with all the fears being expressed, it's a major step forward in consolidating and enhancing and growing our democracy. Well, we have to get there. So, we call advanced democracy, we end the problem. But yet, you know, with all humility, say, you knew that at this stage, but we have to start somewhere. Given that the whole governance process is governed by laws, yeah, the man, yeah, it means to me, for some reason, the opposition, MMDC, many are buying agency. I will not operate within the laws. No, you can't do that. And if you cannot make our laws bite, then what is the point?
Honorable, do you believe local governance a year you may ye or ye memo? Because a bit more this argument to make ye a yes said. Still, as the central governance system, no, as suppress ye local governance, no. It yama a ban si for no. 8 me and ye what Juma Senior also to me. A be raising concern because I told about him say, Yama road contract bikura ewo mensni bim. But mensni catch nakasa mukransha than him hoshe. You need me as a contract number bedroom I shall see you cause I DM kutankrata, ye contract you free abai honum. So your local governance system a year Juma pay.
Because he me checking no a little or a step above a binary singing. No matter holistically as a local authority. Maybe I say, as a country, so mine. You need the right investment in the sector. Maybe I say, the can say, Ghana, you have 2 spheres of local governance, central governance, local governance. But what is our level of investment in local government? It was in terms of the needed environment to even work. So, I say the capacity of the assemblies. And the other cassette. We need to invest, we need to train, we need to provide resources, we need to provide things and the Yedima. Because what we call office to be. Office this year, survey, Acadia Yedima. A bindiho. So, all engineers, that's why I say engineer, a two and among call monitoring, call evaluation, whatever it is. That's a Nippon engineer in Yakadia what in PDH Mano. You will never be dry. It was him within the sector. The lack of adequate resources here they are managing local governance. And there are 2 ways. MMDAs are seriously under resourced. And the agencies under the ministry itself, with the local authorities, again, are under resourced. Should be the birth and death. Should be to say tax and gardens. Should be to say LUSPA. Should be to say DACF. And a whole lot. It make us say, Adeba Ama Yentiminya the needed efficiency and effectiveness of local governance is partly lack of resources. Adeba Kwa Nepesi a bit to me bois, I improve building the capacity of staff. If you university a person a passy, and you say to me, ba a bit boama, how to bring in terms of shortfall seem to a practitioners, local governance practitioners, within the sector, needed knowledge, nyansa, and the qualification to deliver on the job. It makes us a whole lot of challenges. The core ministry, the Tepo Nema Kakabia Name Fose. See, it will tackle Sanyama way. And see, it will enhance the local government. Now you feel the effect physically, resource inadequacy. Now you're one of them. And I think, and now the bizarre question, incoming minister, say, statutory releases. I buy what hodia or different rubber. Either say sir, and I be delay. I buy no so called this kind of free. You're 2 hours at your say, Chapo, and I am in Tama and buy. Now, one kasa as minister, there be other needs now, but shall be personal there, yes, a year. You'll be a friend municipal finance bill. So, bill no, I don't want check. I may a person, yes, bra. Na mensi obenya ahoden na watimi akọ pesika na odi aba be ye adwuma na mahu se afẹ bi tse finance ministry asa se specialty omuna sponsor sa bill no akọ parliament na mi so na maka science nobody wants to lose relevance. It is for some unexplained reason. Finance what they don't want to go and empower municipalities financially so that they are independent. That's what I can see. It means okay. Otherwise, I've done for so long a time. And one of the things that now advising ministers say, push it. Let's find ways of enhancing their resources, their revenue, their finances. No one to me.
That's it, Minister Badasi.
Commissioner.
Senri, Unya Brekayo. Ura Martin James Akosa, a member of Parliament manager of Techiman South Constituency, a former Minister of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. So Yamko, the Minister of Finance, we are near Minister of Education. Na yakwa share a one so asem. So any Dr. George Dunphy or ye economist and country and Kuma. Dr. Cassia Atoban Forcing officially takes office as the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning. The expectation, baby, if he say, and many year own focus na omesikasem enyine. Dr. Emwadwenre eba ben issues.
Minia Bema Mejosto.
Na boko de.
Onyankopon adom bibia boko na nyumre.
Yeda nyame as minim so nyabre ehwe Dr. Cassia Atoba Force, the Minister of Finance, the Vetia Okoye. Were you impressed about Niema Oba number 2 1
Jo minia Bema Mamina was in a minchia a T4. Namin Casse, you're out of forcing. A Mampenina Boni Dean said, O Maye Sana Hinning. Mamin Cassimiti pa. Na nensama odi tuja da ye ne vet nene owie ye krakiri nsama efri na no aba na no disem ene aba no so da foforo aba be na no disem wo economics nsem wo mudi atudwa no medimani adi bebrebe chi na mamin ka bibi se Menka say a ya na me should then the position on it at this time because it is too early to judge. But my first comment and I say most of the discussions, acquire the usuals. Because the usual anima you hunagana no your politics acquires the opposite and opposition is opposite. The only who says NDC I can't say heaven will incline. MPP ni beka say Dabi and Lagos. Busakura meaning who say hanete and I'm say NDC ni na canon kwade or Obama opposite. So say MPP so abem NDC so on chair. Asembia MPP beka bia no ya na chese nyese bia ono tena ho na sabin predia sampanyi for manima wode beko kwa adwendwene mu de bonifa na critical thinking ara se bia de nimia na ye ne ya na nke bia wabona baso ne senya na nko no de ni hu ono no suahunu ene ni nim de bonifa no alternative decision no another action no ana policy no onso de atudwa Ghana de nyesa na tie se me na me tie dwa no so ne se me konkran kwa de a the opposition che kumase na ye no na no wa konkran no kwa de kumase na ye so wo kumase so pe enkan na ye enti sama me tifri yenu ato force ano no na some of the times no ma confused didn't now be na ma confused me confused and say expenditure krona na MPP tiso ana ye bo hu dawuru say expenditure no so na yente so no me hwe nsama eba enya ade a yebetimi ati expenditure no so sentini say na ade ba ku bia yehu ya na ha adwen pa amanfo ka ho asem di free SHS boga na ka e ma yema mpanyi kura na wotisu otunanu tuo baby ka say wo sika 2 billion na on fan koye free and SHS net say or part say the fiscal burden of free SHS no esododo ana hu so nche dan hia bia ye woni me bia hu hia che free SHS na za metini nchase mu a na bia enkyerɛkyerɛ no de pese ekɔ se nipa bia sabi mpredia san o ma wo ma na o ma na timi anyina du mpanyimfie so o betimi akɔ suapon mu bi ti se secondary school no yes sa for na epe o musika pe o makande no mo de hwe o moma that is a nyikwa say de esoa abai na at the same time aye kasa asem we na akire no free SHS ne kwasa fe Ghana fo agi atomu no obi ama meka bibia sa fe de me ameka say yemma yenni awofo school fees ntwama o mu ko mu ntre ente no sa de na meka se hu hia no se am ehu hia ya nti sa asem na free NDC anoda na emum sese no asema no mu no pese o mu kire free SHS no yes fiscal burden no afa die kra de burden amemoro so se ntini say yes fiscal university for baby am kira de nkoda no maba face ya no o academic user fee no abaye begini nyina ya you ato force e de atudwa say abaye be sa ntia kra iso mama ya kene say sisi ya bi school enkra ni tua school fees me no ka say ya o ma fe ni bi a ya fa o mo foforo e free na o twi mienu na o twi ntem nyina no ai afoforo for no mu tua nti next week ye share bianse butubutu ti o mu tua school fees na ntia amenya me say abaye so o mu tua o enya den kra o be refund o mu nyina sika ama o it na me buza say tambe na hu hia say afa die say yetimi hwe school ama na trans secondary school e man ko university tambe na ekoba asa unim ye ko nyame emame akonya mitimi to kwa bebrebe ko amanone na woko ho a omo amanyo sem no ti do mu si ya no ya no ma ne ya kono na wo ba ye ha de ndia ya toto na sedodo because enka ho ba bi na nka political party bi di share no kan say ase ene ye hwe ye fiscal strength na ehun hia bi ase ye best spend so much sika ewo secondary school na chire no ta political party hu ze o de na mi nua na mo na mi nua ba ko no tum se na ye timi kura de meye ni yie no na ese eno no wode hu nsem betudwa e kire se o ase me ye mistake na tama na omudi free SHS ne ba no nsem bia ye ka fa mo ze 2 billion na yen spend on free SHS emu ne nneɛma na sɛ ɛhɔ na nkɔ yie na yɛso kora de kɔ adwendwen mu ehu sɛ MPP ɔmo yɛ adepa ti sɛ mo ma yɛ kwae a yɛkora de yɛbɛyɛ ne yie saa na yɛ ananka discussion ɛsɛ kɔ so na wɔn bibini deɛ wɔnyɛ bɔne da tem biya no otimi ɛka asɛm ɛde tete no ho na yɛso atimamufo no ɛkɔba politicians ne kasa yɛnhyɛ da ni ɛho ayi bia yɛntimi nya ho mpɛsɛmpɛsɛmu mfa ho adwene yɛne yɛdeɛ de akɔyɛ sɛ me MPP ni sɛ sɛbi mprɛbia sɛ MPP ni ba abɔntene bani gu no ho koraa na ɛhwam me MPP ni no nko a deɛ ɛhwam me NDC ni adeɛ NDC bɛyɛ biara no ɛyɛ me fɛ saa nneɛma na timamufoɔ yɛ na yɛsi yɛ so a ɛwɔ hɔ civil society organizations ame George Bonfrɛ me ka ho bi ame academia ne ade no na yɛkora bɛyɛ too political than the politicians nti yɛgye wɔ mu nsɛm no ɛne yɛde ho akɔdɔm amanyokuo no nti nsɛm no sɛ yɛ tuntum koraa na yɛso yɛ political party bɛka sɛ yɛ tuntum a na yɛdi akyire na yɛfoa so ama na yɛ tuntum nti amatimamufoɔ no nso so entimi sabi mprɛbiasa entimi nya yɛne kɔ yɛ academia yɛyɛ sɛ ya amatimamufoɔ nso ntimi nya mpɛsɛmu enhu amanyoko kro ɛne ne nsɛm bi ɔde badwa ɛbɛboa yɛ akɔyɛ sɛ ne wa NDC na de ameto aba ama no ne wa MPP na de ameto aba ama no na yɛkɔ yɛnim na de ba kɔ ase ya na ɛboa kakra ɛboa ma nneɛma taasesa ɛyɛ sɛ economy sɛm yɛbɛhwɛ a yɛwura John Ajekunko for 2008 wɔyɛ nneɛma bebrebe but MPP wantimi amfa MPP antra aban mu bi sɛ ntini sɛ 2007 yɛhu asɛm esi wiase tama Iraq ɛne USA iso akon wɔ Iraq so Saddam Hussein global price for oil that term nam $27 per barrel yɛhu na do 147 abakɔsɛm no ebi nuru sa na me no kasa kura no fango no ampre $80 so yɛwura John Ajekunko for bless ko duru 147 years bi si da ma petro boy yɛdene ma atete mu yɛdene na amanfo pam no
doctor eti yɛbɛpa saa part wa ba bedi ɛhodom enkomo Dr. Cassiel ato ba forcing abi mampani anya suene in. What are some of the critical areas, about 2 or 3, ufi se the next 3-6 months, often any entry?
The most critical area to me is the exchange rate issue. Adia edi nyapa omana etimuno di ebedi di ebenom di ebifra akoye dollar nsem. Nti tembia no ebrebia yen dollar no yesidi no ahoden any dollar ne sidi na ahoden be kɔ pe na enema nyina abo ayedene. Unfortunately for him ne maybe ebiti amanoni a woni so to me ebi ni say ye bedi bronya hoba no na ewi asefa ngonsam no na $72. Sabra me no kasi afango no amano ho me no so akuduru 80 tineche so obehwe ananse obo uso na mabonze petrol no yatoto mu kakra eho de woni hu to me bia na ade so ya ne boama to me no boama petrol no boye dene ma ka ahyenka sem kosoro ma asetemu ye dene no eno ba kopa ye ne yesidi na ho de
Over and Chemi. Dr. Domfe Ahumano ate Adom. Dr. Domfe Ahumano ate Adom na. Okay. What I say, try to say, Yanko Education Ministry. Na Yanko share over Haruna Idrison so etiki over as the Minister of Education. My Ghana Muha. What are some of the expectations? Remember, the issue and Musa said, Minister, and when we pay attention to. And what was the state of the education ministry before, say, the Akufo-Addo-led MPP government, be free abemuno, na what to be at the same. What are some of the critical areas here? The then government, say, the current government, etunani esisua. Ebetimi aboa omen eye na yetimi achichire ya disua ehonsem enso eye. So we tried our best say ebetimi anya the former deputy minister of education Honorable Reverend John Intim Fojo ewa amane na yene Honorable Eddie Komona odi awura education sector. The expectation ewa sector honum enema mo hwe ne se onmanyamfo Haruna Edrusu enmanim ye aside the political social contract with the manifesto ya NDC ne Ghana adehye ewo nom or what na ministry on epen was some of the critical areas kwame met me afa so met me strengthen aboa ama the ministry no et me ejina ne na so ye pam ba menka se Franco Trading Enterprise be ka se phone papa ne fie eron to perform bit se Nokia, Samsung, iPhones, smart TV yeah a free 32 to 100 inches Franco air conditions one from 1.5 to 2.5 horsepower or chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machine, microwave, blender, CCTV cameras. Ya waha any tubukra nam. Ebetimi achus a CA ama yehunu. Ni paban ya woyem. And also a 2 and chance. So I'm a wada. Adi de chrome yes say uko internet nesum. Na uko place you order award when you 40% discount. Fresh 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and 0555 939 311 0555 939 311. Frank was still phone papa efie and one and I will board chance so some plateau or board dance swap. Baby I make up for the master to chance to board dance so a DBS and kakamu color link plus sheet na abano. Oma 20-year warranty. So be my 20-year warranty. I just say, oh, GDA, any amotoso, oh, I didn't what on at the money frame. And craft for 0240-844-344. 0240-844-344. Uok Masia frame 050-600-4141. 050-600-4141. Takrade so, 050-600-4242. 050-600-4242. Tamale Enfre 050-133-2897. 050-133-2897. Now Sunyane for so afre 0541-913-243. DBS Industries Limited was roofing papa efie ene econom. Sounds na make ka say losing delay man bites enso enie ye twagum na efilites ye losing delay man bites pacho benum a ya fa ice cubes egu glass me hwie egu se 0248 619 999 0248 619 999 and 0242 133-577. Delay man bitters or see trap binagina one so nanya ahoden for from. Mamko was named Reverend Honorable Reverend Intim Fojo, former Deputy Minister of Education and Country Ekmo. Honorable, good evening.
Good evening, Kwasi.
Boko Nansue.
Boko Adom.
Yada Yame Ase. Now, Obadika Haruna Idrisu has been sworn into office as the Minister of Education. As a former Deputy Minister of the sector, enema me sabe na office wokui onto nani fence so into one more.
Majo na machia tifu na mede congratulations and so the amount of Haruna Idrisu. Jabo se jaba. The bomb about the or mine no one na yeshwe the ombeye. The banner woman say more free SHS or bar vetting to tone no sounds one position. Some brain no can far free SHS so a bra appear before appointment continue there or come for or mampene kufuado so free SHS no one very bold policy you take it transform education. One can send me bring a farm brand or more position. One so more bar. One the private schools now by the count. Yeah, shredding the Sabria or Father Kunya and why swearing every choir all by the fast of the private schools. So I can't home. Yeah, Babby, so also bet twice what. Yeah, Ghana food now, actually. One so I can say secondary school phone cry Adrian DNA. So, yeah, in pencil. They move 30%, they man headmasters no direct. Now, yeah, they
the kind of free buffer stock supplies or the come out on. One by the trust arrangement with the 100% scanning in the headmasters no at the Akudija at the Ashenkrano. Yeah, very news on one bay, Berman since you once one hamwing. Umbe transfer Sikadiama headmasters. Na yem brano na omo tuni bi ahwe ye mofrey ene ofa asefo yi bi ehwe ne mu bi nso se omo kan se ye get fund omo be on capital na skapudu a hia betumi aboa amedisia school down hodo ene other infrastructure projects no aboa umesua no yetumi atrem ade etwaso ye hwe kwan be faso ye they already said that firm be a bed their support to ama omo succeed ama omesua akoso afan to my prefrano. I already said be ma so say o kase crew emwa otimobi
sure
na ye we are wishing them to succeed na wo kan wo se bo bi uzo say bano for a 1 year co university unyanya admission so ko public university ombetua first year fee na ma sabre ye hwe omani mu sanse awufo bebre anya saa hotoso no wo mbo she no wo she fa saa free first year fees ni mu and you know kototo forms ahodo de ma wo ma bi kra waiting ze ni nyina ba wo mo agi admission wi
sir I think sir honorable Haruna Duisu eba ya omo throw sa question no as him no na response ni say yes omo matwa no matwa but aban ebe obey refund e de amobi bia watwa bia
until we masa in ya no until enu mu say wo mo ba be masa refund no to our for because as we speak now most of the institutions universities remember deadline a pound woman the space in many powerful and you know estimated about 90% of our 40 almost we say be aka won't just be about 10%. And you know we watch closely to see how 90% no how they be refunded. Now me fix ne papa mu and na ko many well pass in your political gimmicks and ka and found Minister for Education my and ka hona ntempana mampani betumi ama through the chief of staff ama instruction ama ufu bia ye statement say mo bia ntia na mo ya calculate ye hu skarodo say 345 million say 500 million ye nyina kwa koma heads of institutions vice chancellor bia anfa ne mofrando do a wafa list through GTech they can collect all that data now komo I remit all the universities proportionate to admissions GTech for audit approve and that wouldn't even have resulted in parents over kuchians or mobile refund but bibia na sese no audit here more the benefits of that refund and the next academic year but the most important thing is that any panel a passes unya who they invent the decline now the decline mana ya can over betnefi is over 150,000 or to over 350,000 students are one because you upon the do na was how to mean rebel. Okay.
So
we are looking forward to how
sustainable. As you honorable young share ministry are free way. What's the biggest challenge? Yeah, minister no and function him say he's likely to face.
One of the biggest Ministry of Education is by far one of the most complex ministries. Now so every confidence Honorable Haruna meaning said your tea or the nimdie and experience obey me at the associate. One of the big challenges in this free as it is Ankasano about 1.5 million students or minor air show more free normal data SCE the here political will the here commitment is answer a cow enti no so your aban na so oni commitment wo ho a obegya ya gu ho e di sika na kwa bi foforo enti no we want to see the political where President Mahama and then the Minister of Education Honorable Haruna Bisu at the big room Atwa and the President Kufado and then the Ministers of Education Yi Wom Honorable Dr. Soya Richumune Honorable Matapuku Prempedi Uremwa to me a group of from 830,000 people in enrollment in 2016 no yeah double no they call 1.5 no yeah share combe faso atwa so sustaining na yen sign a chinko back to the era where afibiano nipa be over 150,000 be we teachers and so no na omo ba betina fee because won't mean ya sika fan to us. We want to see say the na ya omo ke kan so we be ma e bi no sika fo atua omo de na omo ntumi ntua na yatua ono Haruna Bisu no ka ho bia no mo kan de den no kwan on be fan so asa mean testing no e de hu se konsia on the uska between the atua adwa mansa de ne beniska and you know when tiana when no free no we want to see all those things but more importantly we ban the foundational learning say ye more frank to one nmasuamu a 2015 na we test and cry we P2 akenkan a only 2% depend na to make enkan and the nearby ya various interventions we remove differentiated learning play-based pedagogy as a curriculum the training a teacher for interventions the ne aboafo ahodo camp mu ye be pilot be a scale ye and I did mun kakra ne yet me drew 38% as of 2023 no na copy to be our Ghana na sa wo testing of frana kenkan a page free 2% no ako 38% sabri kwan ben so betumi afa a page mo free 38% ne kura akona nim ne tin sanko ya tin kodum pempen so bia ye mo free akenkan be so ebe hwan and you know these are some of the challenges are e wo wa ye hwe nim say wo betumi ato aso no so kan say teacher license ye de ba ya abo ama teacher ma ya kono ama teacher for obia to the asinebo cast we professional wo ba betwam e de akwa ko share wo mo end of studies exams. We want to see how all those things will be operationalized. It's one thing promising a policy when you are in opposition, and another thing coming into office. Now the test is not reality, not hate. No who say but they should be humble.
Okay.
When we started early days yet, when we started, no say they can't they can't then so be who say and we are saying I think the Ghanaians will appreciate their honesty and to see what support we can give them. And to get
Reverend Jordan Tim Fodio, the state and form, move free office, not free senior high school a woman. Will you advise the current government say on twaso and now on review no?
Okay, on twaso. Na Ghana for na do omuhambo.
Meka say the state and form, not the policy in its entirety.
No, sir. Abambia ba na say wo ba betua bibi papa wo beton ya. Say utumi ye jawa na de aswa. And you know this our expectation, just like it is the expectation of every Ghanaian. So NDC ni so MPP ni ye nyina expectation is say one beto free SHS so atwa so yi na de na omo ekeka say yachimota na preset infante pem ne Wesley Girls and Louis Prempe no ne Tamale Secondary School in South Schools akesa kese di mono de omo ba bi years in ama escafo na wuska na atuako na mom from schools na memiko bi sa same man so ne ade no ena eba beto free SHS no one yes Ghana for be na be di won ho ya entino the timu so won sacha ye bi na say the betimu ama sabe by no akona ni mu a it is all the better for the country.
Eti baby a what say so pese o yen sakraye e wo free senior high school mu a him fa na ka be advice say omunye sa sakra no
And such a dear me, who may be as such a because a what is working must be supported to work. The most important thing about free SHS, ASICA, else Munya, the political one said, won't be released, regularly. So we release this car regularly, the man free SHS. How be anyone, Ubenya? Because as a headmaster, no, now so to me, recurrent payment, content, one, the perishables 30%, a court managers carry Tonyane, and the Shank Rayman, Miano, a toy supplies, a supply the 70%, and so it to me in Musica. In this case, if they timeously release funding to the headmasters, there will be smooth running of the policy. And abuse, said they buy a near expanding infrastructure. I know it means see classroom blocks, to see dormitory blocks, science blocks, and dear a mutre, and it me a jing koram bebre the gumo. They need to be able to go on that trajectory.
Okay.
So, continuously, one best expand infrastructure. So, more 50 upon almost say, Muja Beba. Okay, as free as a double track and now the part, maybe son, maybe chum, now 50 year old chumwa. Nipa over 500 students and about better fee. Oh, Pamwom, they will not get a place. In a preset, for instance, we have a track a friend saying, double track, prayer, 1 year, she be a fine span. Form of Uni Naba, but Nephew will be entering school. Same for Prempeh, same for West Legal and Ghana National, and other places are Tessa. And they need to take their time to understand the policy. One more baby. One see not enquire politics as usual. Not a baby or baby, I agree need back for two. Not the one we should one who's okay, hi, ye miem Hannah said. A bit to me, abwa at the mood, yeah. Why not? It will be welcome.
Okay.
The every trying to say, pa, one casaba, yeah, on over a grease bar, vet, or one bit to and what you say. Professor Kufado, aya, dear pass, what if it's expire. Yes, say, panel. No, or free education. And Tinos or not bad education minister, or bad enough from the ABM, free as it is not possible. Woman who's a year and she said, panel, dear. Yeah, sharing was one bet once.
Okay.
I had the demo, not on my idea.
On our better CPN,
I mean, sure.
So, Reverend Intim Fojo, a former Deputy Minister of Education, MP for Asin South constituency in the Central Region. Okay, so I have some few minutes to wrap up. Wait me, I'll join the discussion now. 0302 216 561. 0302 216 561. And our 0302 216 562. 0302 216 562. Join the discussion. Na Jayen Kumas Wagin, Charles and Penfosia and I take office. To China, Okwa, your ministers occupying 6 of our ministries. Make us say Adom 106.3 FM Chowdo, but a friend is a shocky odo promotion. Shocky odo. It's Thursday, energy pa, energy kesia pam. New United South and Patrol record a voice song. Na actually dientia odofo yan shocking on this Thursday. Record a voice note on. Naturally dientia odofo yan shocking na obe endi another nyumwa eyod odonyma yod de pano atato emfa voice no. And your voice need new way, but you share and some abekano near the agent so area shocky or the phone area bam. Send a voice note and our video no echo WhatsApp number is 0531 003 813 0531 003 813. One also has seen me Ebro a Ghana Ace Commission collaboration with UNFPA. You fresh drinks or say drink better, live better. My first caller, man. So hello, good evening. Wait to me, so. Hello, good evening. Okay, to be 0302 216 561 0302 216 561. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Me patro din sana frefreen.
Me patro your family Abu Karim the Medina.
Abu Yanko.
yo mamenchia one wati for na menchia minority leader
okay
na menchira no na general secretary DFT masa ye besre NDC for Ghana for ya se santini ya koto abamo ye besre wo munhwe no mu omani yi senia na reverend Ojo Intim ekam ma omunye mistakes se on besu the be free education no ye besre ye wedo mama na ban say on focus on free education senia tie no a na ye like no so engina so saa na ye ma no so enidi ye because na me kai say o see ye ma no o mu nidi ye nti oba mo 3 mil square nti ye sere no ara on focus on that na on ma security nso nya adwuma senia na security o man no airport authority no ye sere no ara.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me patrol this na free
Patrol me gift in Tasese apam.
gift in patrol.
Me patrol and come so imagine say this year no say what the bank some school fees na di kama obaya hotra o twa mo fa no school fees na wo posun tue diban ni fi dan ko no bobo.
Okay Mati Mirase. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, to me, you know, so me cancel 49th Swag Awards and so about so Friday, January 24, 2025 for Accra International Conference Center. Hello, good evening.
Abatintia.
Open the
Anyway, or Sassum G and County Juma for our studio.
But I say, and count so patch free.
Where well near Bema, Nana Amwakwa, Nakatafi S boy, or Ayen Suano constituency.
Nana Patriot you.
I mention me MP, a year of my tampa, either addressed to I don't tell MP, and you are just a good answer. Abatintia, and same be a ha, our Ghana. You seem to me say, Yato aba ama yewura John Dramani mama ɛne NDC abusuakuo no ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ cool ɛna esi wɔ Ghana ha anaasɛ ntɔkwa ɛna yɛko yɛwɔ IGP yewura dampale ɛte ɔman mu ɛma mmabu bi ɛyɛ basabasa ɛwɔ Ghana ha ama ɔman no asomdwie no ɛyɛ ato ɛsaneɛ mu twɛneɛ ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ boase ne bi sɛ wɔ dampale sɛ as IGP a ɔda Ghana portfolio nyinaa ano no, so provide peace and order. A book at the Padia who buy. Not a mabru be to me a show me some of G. A bang a Japadia air bosso. Ye Nema and Fata as say, as I could say, ye see officer. You were IGP. Say about Sabentia. On 3 years as IGP, on 3 commanding the West in Jumana, and as a crime on to get rid of Organahana. The body say, near IGP and they will say our office as IGP. Because all IGP I also may say I'm Pasaba and Saba. So to be shows them.
But I say hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Fondio.
Patrol this is an African.
The Patrol me give you Mikatafla Mole.
Imam Patriot you.
The Patrol me that say. Minute opening our interview, minute yarding. Obi, I'm a policy. I think I will take you over. All fund ministers. And I say, you have to refund this in Canada more. And your constitution, we take you over your first budget, first quarter, economy. We say a political game, and another a political. Nipana can play, so they refund this in Canada more. And again, I will cut it. So, Suku Amaya, the Tatantai, I tell the Poto, a Kamoja to one. Nicola, a Nicola was school. The Mama by the name is Mushanam, flow, and you have to create a Soko. Do so about 5 hours. Take a full and the plant in the sun. 5 hours, the whole country go black. I will call my team. There are 4 years mandate. The best is here, no, my year. Only the
hello, good evening.
Patricia.
Hey, Bakwari.
Oh, what you have people in here? I like you, God.
I like me, Renfield.
Oh, Patricia.
I like you.
Oh, now come to say.
Yeah, me had one answer.
You could pass over the day. I'm a for your Martin. And I'm in charge of Lion, any lawyer just in Kodia. Well, you're say, yeah, in here who talk. I see Ghana,
na hokyere wɔ hɔ die ɛna yɛto aba yɛ nsɛmu na akɔsiesia hwɛ yɛhwɛ dwɔmama in ɛnyɛ ndu wa mampi ɛdeɛ ɛmɛkɔ so akɔsiesia hwɛ aboasi nipa nan na Sunday mebɔ ana nipa nan fi ɔmo nkwa ɔkyena wobɛtete ha no mu bi tete a yɛ nyina na ɛsi ɛkɔm deɛ abandada no amanfo si ɔmo edi yɛ sisa enti tete a wɔakɔ sisa sɛ wopɛ ahotɔ na wankasa wotumi kyɛ wo nsa akɔsiesia tete a ɔkyɛ sɛ wo a wokɔbɔtuma ndc bia wowɔ power te sɛ president pɛpɛpɛpɛ nti wowɔ ho tumi bibia wobɛtumi akɔ atade nti sɛ nneɛma a moyɛ no ɛbɛma yɔmama nya ahotɔ ayɛ deɛ na nka ɔkyɛ ɔbɛba bɛyɛ ma ghanafoɔ no yɛbɛserɛ ɔmo promise yɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛba bɛsesa yɛbrabɔ ama yɛ nti ɔdo na yɛtwɛn ɔmo yɛ basabasa yɛ do na ɔmo mma ɔtoto nnama yɛ na ɛwɔ